Good morning, everyone. Today we are learning the meditation method. This method that we call the development of the concentration. The topic is based on the Samadhibhavana. So the Buddha also mentioned about the Sutta in Anguttara Nikaya, Sutta Pitaka in Anguttara Nikaya, Sutta Nipada. So the topic is based on the Samadhibhavana Sutta. So how to develop the concentration? Because the concentration is necessary to practice meditation and also to improve our knowledge and also to realize the mind and body. Without concentration, we are not unable to understand the insight, means wisdom. So, way to improve the concentration. We need to know the ways to improve the concentration. Without knowing the ways, how to improve and how to develop the concentration. Without concentration, we are not unable to realize minds and body acts in nature. So that's the reason why the Buddha mentioned about the sutta. So let us see the sutta. The first thing that I need to introduction about this sutta. This sutta, it has a 4 types of the concentration, and also the Buddha mentioned as the 4 types of the concentration. This quite obvious because it's very easy to understand, and also no definite distinction is made between the speed of samadhi and panya. You can see that samadhi and panya. Why the Buddha he mentioned about the samadhi panya? Because actually when you study the Samadhibhavana Sutta, also the Buddha mentioned only samadhi and panya, but no sila. You can study about the Samadhibhavana Sutta. When you study about that, the Buddha never mentioned sila. Why? Because when the Buddha taught about this Samadhibhavana Sutta, Kuru we call Kuru time, but this one is the Kuru city and Kamasa Nigama, Kamasa village. So the city of the Kuru and Kamasa village, the people who they live in this village, mostly the people they are observing the sila. So that's the reason why the Buddha didn't mention about the sila in Samadhibhavana Sutta. So when you want to meditation practice, when you want to be meditation master, I think the tila is the foundation and basis. So actually and automatically you need to observe the sila, because this is the ethical foundation. It is necessary. Without the sila, without the observing of the moral conduct, I think you are not improving your concentration in insight meditation. So ethical conduct is the foundation of the meditation. So without the sila, without observing the moral conduct, I think you are not unable to understand the concentration in wisdom panya. So that's why the same way here in this sutta, Samadhibhavana Sutta, the Buddha mentioned samadhi and panya without sila. So sila is the foundation to practice meditation. So the Buddha not highlight the sila in this sutta, but the Buddha highlight to samadhi and panya. So this is the this is not for the beginner. This is like a adventure, and also this is the people who have the experience the meditation practice. So we can study the 4 types for the concentration. that the Buddha taught in this Sutta, Samadhibhavana Sutta. And also the Samadhi and Panya, their realization of the nature. When you have the Samadhi and concentration, you can understand the nature of your mind and body. So the same way, if you understand, if you have a Panya, you can more analyze, you can more realize the mind and body. So that's why the Buddha mentioned here Samadhi and Panya. Samadhi and Panya. So what is the Sati? How about the Sati and Samadhi Panya? How about the Sila, Samadhi and Panya? Sila is always belong to Samadhi Panya and also Sila. So Sati is always belong to Sila, Samadhi, Panya. So like a Sati, Sila, Sati, Samadhi, Sati, Panya, like that. So without the Sati, without the mindfulness, we cannot observe the moral contact, and also we cannot concentrate it, including wisdom. So how to understand Sati Bhavana and Samadhi Bhavana? When you practice mindfulness meditation, you should know the nature of bodies and mind. So when you practice mindfulness meditation, you should know in the nature of mind and body, means that Sati. So in Pali we say that Yatha Bhutan. Yatha Bhutan Samma Pinyaya. So you know that word Samma Pinyaya. Samma means the right. Pinya means wisdom. Right wisdom. Samma Pinyaya. Datapan. So Datapan means that's to practice. So Yatha Bhutan Samma Pinyaya Datapan. If you want to know in the real wisdom, if you want to know the right wisdom, you have to practice meditation, mindfulness meditation. So if you want to know the nature of mind and body, you need to practice mindfulness meditation. Without mindfulness meditation, without practice mindfulness meditation, you are not unable to understand nature of mind and body. So in this sutta, the Buddha highlights to understand Yatha Bhutan Samma Pinyaya Datapan. So Yatha Bhutan means that just like a agreement, Bhutan is me, nature. Buddha means the nature. Samma Pinyaya means like a right wisdom. Right wisdom means here bodies and mind. So Bhutan Samma Pinyaya, the nature of mind and body, Datapan, the practice mindfulness meditation. So this is one of the idea and or the recommend by the Buddha. If you practice mindfulness meditation, you will understand your mind and body. You know, in our daily life, sometimes you love yourself too much. Sometimes you love the others too much. The time, if you love too much, you will suffer too much. If you love yourself, you have to suffer a lot. So without realization the nature of mind and body, you will you have the attachment on your body and but also the others. For example, this is my body, this is my house, this is my husband, this is my wife, this is my family. Generally, of course, this is your relative in your family, but ultimately that is not you. That is not you. So according to the Abhidhamma, we have a two truth, the compassionate truth and ultimate truth. Compassionate truth means like a piñati. According to the compassionate truth, of course, we are family. Your name, You have also name, I also have the name. We have a different categorized a different dimension. But according to ultimate truth, ultimate reality, we are the same, only minds and body. We call five aggregate Panchakana. So you need to make a balance between conventional two and ultimate two. Sometimes if you are really deeply understand about the ultimate two, maybe you are not flexible with the society, because you always talking about anicca, dukkha, anatta. You always talking about the impermanence, the sufferings, the non-self. So you cannot make a business, you cannot make a communication, because you are intending to the ultimate reality. And also you forgot, and also you forget that about the conventional too. That's why. So according to understanding the real understanding of the Buddha, you need to make a balance with the two truth. I mean conventional two and ultimate two. Panyat and Paramat. Conventional means the Panyati. Ultimate two and Paramata. Like that. So in here that the Buddha also mentioned that what is the concentration? Concentration see the truth of the nature. Concentration is also one of the truth of the nature. Without the concentration, you are not able to see the truth and the nature of the bodies and mind. In Pali we call Samahito. Samahi means that samadhi. Samahito. Yathabhutan. Yathabhutan means that nature of the truth. Pajanati, see. So Samadhito Yathabhutan Pajanati. If you have the concentration see the truth of the nature. That's the reason why the Buddha, he always mentioned us to practice meditation. If you practice meditation, you have the concentration. If you have a concentration, you can more analyze the mind and body. So that's why without the concentration, you are not able to see the truth and nature of the bodies and mind. So in here that Sati Bhavana and Samadhibhavana, they are a little bit different. Sati is always belong to Sila Samadhi Panya. Samadhi is me basis of the wisdom, but Samadhi is me like a higher state of the Sila, because the Samadhi is like the middle one. Sila, Samadhi, Panya. So Samadhi is supposed to wisdom, but Samadhi is one of the benefit of the Sila. So this is one of the concepts, but Sati is always belong to them. Anytime, anywhere we need a Sati. So Sati Bhavana and Samadhi Bhavana is a little bit different. They are different dimension and they are different function, but they are the same way and same group. So the same way nowadays, the modern scholar like the psychology, the Buddhist psychology, and the psychologists from the Western and the European, they mentioned that one of the method, Bodhisattva meditation. You know that Samadhi also trying to analyze the mind and body. So the same way, and nowadays, the scholar or the professor, they mention about the method, the Bodhisattva meditation. So I found that some of the website they already mentioned, some of the people they already mentioned about the Bodhisattva. So how to do a Bodhisattva meditation? You see that get comfortable, right? The firstly that get comfortable, close your eye and focus on your breath. very, very similar with the Buddha teachings. So I think that they also based on the Buddha teaching and creating about that meditation method. So get comfortable is mean that you have to sitting across, you have to straight your head, and you need to find the place. The place should be quiet and like a forest. It's very similar. So get comfortable, close your eye. If you're ready to practice, please close your eye and focus on your breath. Same with the Buddha teachings. After that, the bring awareness to a specific part of your body. So, so many sutta, for example, Mahasatipatthana Sutta and Anapanasati Sutta is the difference. Mahasatipatthana Sutta, they mention that breathe in, breathe out. Samadhibhavana Sutta, Anapanasati Sutta also they breathe in, breathe out, but different dimension, because based on the air elements. So Anapanasati Sutta, they are directly to understand the breathe in, breathe out, but Mahasatipatthana Sutta is not only one breathe in, breathe out, but also the objectives like a Kaya, Vedana, Citta, Dhamma, means the Kaya Nupassana, Vedana Nupassana, Citta Nupassana, and Dhamma Nupassana. So it's a different dimension that. So they also mention bring awareness to a specific part of your body. It's based on your idea or your flexibility. So spend 20 or 60 seconds noting and sensation. So you see that maybe some of the part they use their like a highlight the color, like a hand or like a 2 feet and maybe neck. So spend 20 and 60 seconds noticing sensation. You have to be slow and be carefully and slowly, and after that imagine tension decreasing with each breath. So slowly touch your breath and look at with the mindful on your body and mind. So imagine that. I think it's not really imagine. It means that maybe in Buddhism it's not imagine. It means that like a thinking, like a talk, like a right talk like this. So sama sinkappa. So right thought, your thinking and tension. So in here that thinking that we talk, thinking means that it's not like a how to say how can I say here, because in our language and Pali is very clear to understand. For example, like a sensa means that like a thinking, but tuito is like a knowledge or maybe deeply understand like that. So but in here they use the imaging is not really fitting in here. So okay, anyway, you have to think about the tension decreasing with each breath. It means that focus on your breath, and after that relieves your focus on that part of your body. It means like a slowly release your focus on the part of the body. And if you can do that, after move to the next part of your body. So it's a slowly like a second of your body. So if you thought wander, gently bring your awareness back. You see that if you talk, the thought is wandering here or there, please bring back your mind with the mindful. So after several scans, let your awareness travel across your body. So just only like a one body up and down to make a second what you are feeling, what your sensation, what your emotion like that. So like this very similar with the Kaya Nupassana. Sometimes like a Citta Nupassana also, because they are look at the body with the mind. So finally release your focus on come back to your surrounding. So That is one of the method, according to the Buddhist scholar, I think psychologist in Western psychology. So beside, you can see the true picture or like it. So slowly and deeply look at your body with the mindful that we call bodhisattva. So it's very similar with the Buddha teaching. So if you want to practice meditation, it's like a bodhisattva, you need a sati, mindfulness. Without the sati, you can't do anymore. You can't do anything. So this is the one way of the meditation practice also. So we have a 4 types for the concentration. The first one, the Buddha taught to us in this sutta, leads to a present abiding in the present moment. This is also the already mentioned the Buddha in Samadhibhavana Sutta. So in Pali we say that Samadhibhavana Bhavita Bahulikata. Bhavita Bahulikata Detta Dhamma Sukha Vihadaya Sanvittati. It's just a Pali. It's Pali can translation like leads to a present abiding in the present moment. So if you want to get the concentration, please focus on your present moment. Please focus on present moment. Without focus on present moment, you are not unable to get the concentration. So that's why the Buddha mentioned that Samadhibhavana means Bhavita Bahulikata. Do it again and again. So you practice meditation, but your mind stay wandering. You cannot focus on your breath in, breath out. You don't have any concentration. But don't give it. Please try it. Please try it again and again. Your mind is wandering. Your mind is lazy. Your mind is sometimes suffering. Your mind is boring. So don't give up. Please try this the best. So if you doing again and again, your mind does to understand the samadhi. So that's why Samadhibhavana, if you want to get the samadhi, please do it again and again. Bhavita Bahulikata. Well, Detta Dhamma Sukha Vihadaya. Detta Dhamma means that if you do right now, if you practice meditation right now, you will be happy right now. If you practice 1 hour, you will be happy 1 hour. If you practice 1 day, you will be happy the whole day. So Detta Dhamma means that if you practice 1 hour, you will be happy 1 hour because you are focused on present moment. What you're doing, what you're feeling, what you're thinking, you know about that. So that's why the present moment, abide in the present moment, live to the present. So the Buddha also mentions very clear. You know, this Sutta, I'm already studied so many years ago. When I studied the Pali and the like a translation, then the Burmese translation, I really liked about this sutta because that this sutta is supposed to me more comprehension about the process. So Samadhibhavana means that Bhavita Bahulikata. If you want to get the samadhi, you need to practice again and again. Detta Dhamma Sukha Vihada. If you practice right now, you will be happy right now. You will get the right now. No need to wait anything. So that's this the number 1. So live to the present abiding and the present moment. And Samadhibhavana Bhavita Bahulikata. Detta Dhamma Sukha Viharaya Samvadati. And the next, number 2, leads to the attainment of the knowledge and patience. In the Pali, that Samadhibhavana, samadhi means that Bhavita Bahulikata. The same way. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not only one time or two times or three times. You have to do again and again. So that's why the Buddha used any sentence Bhavita Bahulikata. So Samadhibhavana Bhavita Bahulikata Jnana Dasana Patilabhaya. So jnana means knowledge. Dasana, like jnana dasana means knowledge and vision. Patilabhaya, attainment. So Patilabhaya means attained. You will be attained. Knowledge and vision. Samvitati is complete. So if you have a samadhi, the samadhi is supposed to you knowledge and wisdom, knowledge and vision. Knowledge means that's to right thought and right think, right view is knowledge. So for example, some of the meditator or the student, whenever they practice meditation, but they just sitting and thinking, not right way, not really useful. They just thinking their business, they just thinking about others, they just thinking about their family, not thinking about their present moment. So that is not beneficial for them, and it's not really good for him, because it's just only waste the time, because of he cannot think the right things. So that's mean that based on the knowledge. So if you can think the right way, you will see the right vision. So knowledge and vision is that like a together, like a, because without the knowledge you cannot see vision. If you have a knowledge but the knowledge is maybe wrong, your vision is the wrong. So knowledge is the right, the vision is the right. So that's why samadhi bhavana, the concentration, it does to practice again and again. For what? To get knowledge and wisdom. Is it right knowledge and right vision? So that's why the Buddha mentioned the number 2. And the number 3 leads to mindfulness and awareness. So it means that the Buddha mentioned that samadhi, bhavana, bhavita, bahulikata, sati, sambhajaya, samvutati. So sati sambhajaya. So sati sambhajana. So lead to mindfulness and awareness. Sati means mindfulness, awareness sambhajana. Sambhajana is kinds of the wisdom, pinya. So if you have a samadhi, you can get the sati and sambhajaya. So sambhajana, sambhajanya. So this is a Pali word. Sambhajana means that kinds of the wisdom to see right thing. So and from number 1 to 3, one is that Data Dhamma Sukha Viharaya. Now I highlight the color. And number 2, Jnana Dasana Pati Lavaya. And number 3, Sati Sambhajaya. So they have a step by step to cultivation, the strongly wisdom, and also the good concentration on the present moment. But you see that Bhavita Bahulikataya. Every sentence the Buddha mentioned Bhavita Bahulikata, Bhavita Bahulikata. So the samadhi, it's not easy to get it. You have to do again and again. You have to try again and again. After that, you will get it, the benefit of the samadhi. So the Buddha mentioned here, the last one, leads to the ending of the affluence or defilements. So samadhi bhavana bhavita bahulikata asawana samvasa asa asawana. Asawana means asawa. Asawa means that's defilement. Kayaya. Kayaya means int and remove and overcoming. So asawana kayaya samvedati. That is to overcoming the defilement, the intent of the defilement. So if you have a samadhi, you can cultivate in like a jnana or vision and sati and sambhanyaya, and also you can overcome in the defilement. So these are all the 4 types of the concentration. But the same thing that you have to do again and again, bhavita bahulikata. So when I highlight the color, the yellow color, Data Dhamma Sukha Viharaya, this is the right now. If you practice meditation, you will be happy right now. So is it that like a Data Dhamma Sukha Viharaya? If you do 1 hour, you will be happy 1 hour, like this. And also your knowledge is more excellent, and also your vision also is very clear and a very high standard because of you have a samadhi. If you have a samadhi, including the sati, and also you will see a part of the wisdom, and finally you can overcome the defilements. So this is the process of the concentration. So I'm started the question, how to improve, how to develop the concentration. So you can make it develop the concentration based on these 4 types of the concentration, the 4 types of concentration. So most important one that you need to do again and again, you need to practice again and again. If you practice again and again, you will get the benefits like a Data Dhamma Sukha Vihadaya, the present moment, and Jnana Dasana Patilavaya, knowledge and vision, attaining of knowledge and vision, Sati Sambhanyaya, mindfulness and land, and the last one, Asawana Kayaya, overcoming of the sufferings and defilements. So these are all the 4 types of the concentration. So now we should study, analyze this one by one. I hope so you understand about the 4 types of the concentration. If you have your attention, maybe easy to understand. So number 1 that leads to the present body in the present moment is mean that the first step of the concentration. You know, in this step we have a 4 jhana that we know already. First jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and 4th jhana. These 4 jhanas lead to the present abiding in the development of the concentration. Developed to concentration. So there's a 4 jhana. So we have a different kind of the jhana. The first jhana, for example, like we have 5 kinds of the fetters. In Pali, Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekakata. So that's a 5 kinds of. So when I taught that Pali, because Vitaka mean that just touch your emotion, maybe your objective, like Vitaka just accept what you see and what you thought. After that, Vichara means investigate. So Vitaka means accepting the objective or sensation, whatever you have, and Vichara means investigate. When you already accept, you investigate, you explore again and again. And after that, piti means you will be happy, and like one-pointedness. In Pali, Vitaka means that one-pointedness. So only one objective and sensation. After that, you need to explore and investigate. If you explore and investigate, you will be happy. It's like we call piti. So Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, and after that Sukha, happiness. So Sukha means happiness, you will get the happiness. Ekakata, so with the Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekakata. Ekakata means only one objective, only one sensation, only one like emotion. So that is the first jhana. So the same way, second jhana and third jhana, fourth jhana is very similar, just only improvement step by step. So I can give you one example. For example, when you see flower, you see the flower, the time your eye contact to the flower, and after that you know about that. This is maybe sunflower, this is the orchid, this is the jasmine, this is the rose, you know that. So when you see the one flower, for example rose flower, so when you see the rose flower, your mind is automatically, oh, that is the rose. You accept. And after that you explore, what kinds of rose? Is it like a yellow color or pink color, maybe red color, and white color? What kind of color? You will explore. And what kind of the shape? Is it small or big? Is it just only bloom or just flower like that? You can explore any kinds of dimension. And if you explore, oh, that is a flower, it's not bloom. Oh, you know that flower. After that, this is the rose, like a red color in the flower. And after that, when you try to touch, when you see that your mind is like a happy, that is we call piti. And after that, maybe you will take the flower and maybe you take the smell. So the smell is that make you happy, like a happiness and peace. So that is a sukha. And also, you just take it about this objective, like, oh, this is the red color, rose flower, and good smell. And also the whole thing is a beautiful and perfect flower. You confine, you decision, you make a decision. So that is one process of your thinking. So the thinking process is like this. So the same way, when you practice meditation, whenever you see sensation and objective, you will be analyzes about like that. You will be contemplate about this process. So this is the process of the Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata is a first jhana. So the same way, the second jhana, if you doing again and again the first jhana, maybe your knowledge and your wisdom is increased. So in next time you don't need to like explore. Maybe you don't need to ascertain about this object. The second time, the second level, because you always like ascertain the object and sensation. Be carefully. That's why your level is increasing, your development. So in the second level, that no need to ascertain, just started to like exploring what kind of color, what kind of the smell like that. So it's a slowly when you do like a bhavita bahulikata, do it again and again, the meditation, do it again and again, the practice meditation with the mindfulness, you will more easy to see the real process. So that's why slowly your mind and your knowledge and wisdom is increasing in development. So finally you will get the full jhana. So from fast to the full. So if you have the fast to full jhana, that's to live present, abiding, and development of concentration. We can say you have a development of concentration. You are developer, practice meditation like that. So if you want to develop the first thing, that you need to remove your sensually mean that we call in kamic chanda, everything sensuality, like a this is defilements, like a defilement. So you have to remove that, like a sensuality. So if you can remove that sensuality, you can more develop about the concentration. And number 2, removed from unwholesome state. So I think that is very physical. This is very foundational. It's business. If you want to develop your concentration, first thing that you need to remove the sensitivity, and after that you can remove a wholesome state. A wholesome state that like the wrong action, wrong speed, wrong livelihood. That's me. So you have to right action, right speech, right livelihood. And after that, have enter in the fajana. So you see that what I told before, with that vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. So it's me exploring the first one settings, exploring and z like a happiness and one-pointedness, like this. So there's a 5 kinds of the fetters we call janinga, like a jana inga, janinga, the fetters of the janas. So remain there with thought, the process, with thought and with thought process, exalting and well-being, engaged mind detachment. So when you want to develop the concentration, you have to remove firstly the sensuality. After that, you can remove also the unwholesome state. If you can do these 2 states, the yellow color, you enter into the fajana. So fajana, there's a 5 kinds of the fetters. With that, vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. So with thought, like a with thought process and exhaustion in like a well-being. So finally, you can generating about the samadhi by detachment. Detachment means that reduce your attachment. So by reduce your attachment, you can more develop. You can be developed about the concentration. So you see in Pali, bhikkhu vichewa, bhikkhu vivechewa kamehi. So the first sentence, bhikkhu vivechewa kamehi means sensually. So second one, vivecha means removed. So number 2 sentence, vivecha akusalehi dhammehi. So vivecha akusalehi dhammehi, removed from a wholesome state also. So the third sentence, sa vitaka vichara viveka jan piti sukham. So you see that I use the color, the green color, sa vitaka vichara piti sukham. So that's a full. And the last one, like a ekagata also. So viveka jan, so by attachment. So I use the like a the different color is like a light blue color. So detachment means that viveka jan. So sa vitaka sa vichara piti sukha, by attachment, patamajan upa sameja vihadati. So to complete the fajana, Ajahn, I need to be the fajana. I want to develop the fajana. You can be cultivating fajana, but firstly you need to remove the sensually. Second one, you need to remove the unwholesome state. So firstly, you have to understand the sensually. That's to reduce your attachment. After that, remove unwholesome things. These 2 states is that to be develop your fajana. So with thought process and exhaustion and well-being, like a piti sukha is here. Piti means like a zig, also exhaustion, and well-being means sukha. So if you follow this rule, you will be develop your concentration fajana. So this is the only fajana. So if you want to get the fajana and you can also develop your concentration, you need to follow this kind of the rules and regulation. So the Buddha also mentioned in this sutta, the Samadhibhavana Sutta means that's to develop the samadhi. So if you want to develop the samadhi, you need to you need to understand that sanctuary is me. You need to reduce your attachment and like a selfness, like the after that you have to also remove the unwholesome state. So after that you can be developed, make a fajana. So this is the first state of the development of concentration. We call the fajana. So I think now in almost maybe 1 hour, so I will start my lecture, and after that I will going to make the lecture also. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you have a question, you can ask me the line group.